So in this video, I'm going to go over smart pricing, what it is, and how it can help make your business more money. So when you go to create batch, you'll be able to either select smart pricing or match buy box. If you select match buy box, obviously all your items are going to be priced at buy box price. But if you select smart pricing, it's going to price your items a little bit higher if we think there's an opportunity to make more profit. So if you go to settings and click on smart pricing, you can view our template here. And this breaks down what the sales rank ranges are and what our system is going to price your book at based on this. Now, this is smart pricing is primarily for books. We do have some other features that I'll go over shortly that do help other categories, whether you're doing wholesale, online arbitrage, CDs, DVDs. There is another feature we have that's really nice, but I started selling on Amazon as a bookseller, and it really made me mad that there was no software out there that allows you to price intelligently up front. There's a lot of money to be had in making good pricing decisions from the very beginning, because oftentimes your repricer is not going to change the price of your book. So even if you use a repricer, there's a certain percent of your inventory that's never going to be repriced. So setting this initial price is really important. So if you look here, these are the 6 different triggers we have. So we have 1 to 125,000. We're going to go to FBA slot 4. So this is really going to help you make a lot more profit on your faster selling books. So let me explain. Here we are on this textbook here. And as you can see, there's used offers for $35.98. And it's currently buy boxing for $39. So the buy box is $4 more than the low price. And this actually does have shipping, so it's about the same. But we know we can sell this for more because, look, this is not an FBA offer, not an FBA offer, not an FBA offer. All these are not FBA offers. The first FBA offer is $43. So Rock City Books is selling this for $43. They are going to sell their book for about $5 more than the current buy box at $39, but that's FBA offer 1. This trigger we have is going to go against FBA slot 4 if it's available in the API. So let's continue to go down. FBA slot 2 is here at 68. FBA slot 3 is 67. And FBA slot 4 is at $67. So if we take this ASIN and we list it in used condition, it should price it at $67. Oh, we're gated in this one. This is a restricted textbook. My account that I'm listing on cannot sell it, but it should have listed at $67 versus other softwares are going to price it at the buy box price, which would be $39. So you can easily make an extra, $30 by pricing intelligently. Now, our second trigger is going to compare against FBA slot 3, which obviously is the third lowest FBA slot. And then we go to FBA slot 2 for anything from 500,000 to 900,000. And then above that, we're basically just going for buy box. So we're competing for buy box for the rest of these. But for the faster moving books, we are pricing your books higher to help you make more profit. Now, the next thing that we do at GoToLister to help you make more profit, this is, in my opinion, this is really where the money's made, is we tell you when there are 0 or few FBA offers in the listing. So when I used to go out and find books, I would oftentimes have 2 boxes of books with me. I would have one box that would say 0 FBA offers. So when I was sourcing at Goodwill or Salvation Army or the bookstore, I would sometimes come across books on Scout IQ that had 0 FBA offers. And I put them in a separate box because I wanted to remember to price them higher. So there's an opportunity to price books that don't have any FBA competition higher. And this book here is actually an example of a book that I sold for $700 more than the low price. So this is currently going for $2,700. This is a Jewish set. If you ever come across the Talmud, these don't have barcodes, but this is a good book to sell. It's a set of books. You have to pack it up in a box and ship it. It's like 70 pounds total. But the lowest price at the time when I was selling this was $1,300, and it was a merchant fulfilled offer. But as you see, GoToLister notified us, hey, there's no FBA competition, which is true. So if we were selling this FBA, we could sell this for a little bit higher. We could sell it for $3,000, $3,500 maybe. And I know on this book, if you're the only FBA offer, you're going to win the buy box. So you'll probably get the next sale. Now, generally, I give the advice for high ranked books like this. I would just match the low price. I would actually come in at $27.50 because there's not that many sales to be had. This book only sells a couple times a year. But if you come across a book that has 0 FBA offers and it's a fast seller, meaning it's got like less than 1 million sales rank, you can go ahead and price that 15, 20% higher. Sometimes you can even price it 50% higher and still get the sale. It's up to you. And, if you price it high, you don't get the sale, you can always drop the price later. But this is a book that I personally sold for an extra $700. And again, with high ranked books, I generally don't recommend using this strategy. But GoToLister will tell you whenever there are 0 or few FBA offers. Now, we'll also tell you when there's 0 offers in the listing at all. Let's see what this is about. So now there's offers. And sometimes GoToLister will, Amazon will limit the data that we get. So sometimes these will be false alarms. But anytime you see either this one here, 0 FBA, 0 offers, period, you can basically name the price. What I recommend doing is look at the Keepa and look at what it sold for in the past. And then the other option, yeah, this was listed as new. And as you can see, there were no new offers at the time this was listed. So this sold out at $67. So because there was no offers at the time, GoToLister automatic price at $300, but we could probably sell this for $67 based on this Keepa history here. So get used to reading Keepa graphs. There's tons of free videos on YouTube on how to read Keepa for booksellers, or just sellers in general. So if you're using GoToLister and you're doing online arbitrage, same principles here with wholesale, everything. You can generally sell items FBA for a little bit higher than non-FBA offers. And with books, you can get a 15, 20%, what's called a prime bump. That's the price at which you can sell the book for, FBA versus MF. So generally you can price about 20% higher, and GoToLister actually does that automatically for you. So one more time, we'll go back to the smart pricing here. You can see if there are no FBA offers, we do automatically price it at 20% higher for you. And then we encourage you, hey, this book looks like it's got opportunity to price higher. You should probably manually price it yourself. And we turn it purple in that case. So that's how you can make a little bit extra money on your books. And that's how smart pricing works for GoToLister.